Let's chat it up with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some sweet relics or something. Plus, who doesn't love a good gossip session with a mystical being? Enemies in my next 3 combats have 1 HP? Oh, heck yeah! I'm all about that easy mode life. Let's breeze through these battles like a hot knife through butter. I'm out of here. Neo can keep whatever she's offering. I've got spires to climb and monsters to slay. See you later, alligator. Let's skip the next monster and go for the gold node instead. Money, money, money! I'm just going to play the defend card to block some damage. Simple as that. I'm just going to play the defend card to block some damage and stay safe. Just going to play the strike card to finish off those low health louse monsters. Let's smack this bug with a bash to make it easier to squash. Let's add some thunder to this deck. Thunderclap deals damage and applies vulnerable to all enemies, setting them up for some serious beatdowns. I'm going to use Thunderclap to weaken all enemies and make them more vulnerable to my attacks. Oh man, drawing 3 cards for free? Sign me up. I need all the cards I can get to crush my enemies. Hi, what's up? Let's reach inside and lose some HP. Who needs health when you can potentially find a cool relic, right? YOLO! Let's dive deeper into this ooze pit. Who cares about a measly 4 HP when there's a chance to snag a shiny relic? Risk it for the biscuit, am I right? Lose 5 HP? Pfft. Who needs HP when you can find a shiny relic? Let's go deeper and see what we can uncover. I don't know about you, but I'm not in the mood to deal with a scrap ooze right now. Let's just leave and avoid the mess altogether. Let's go for the question mark node. Maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. Who knows? Let's keep the adventure going. Oh man, I really want to get rid of some of these useless cards clogging up my deck. Time to purify and make my deck lean and mean. I'm out of here. Ain't nobody got time for this cleric event. Time to slay some spires instead. Let's take a chance with the question mark node. Maybe we'll get something cool like a relic or event. Who needs certainty when you can have 175 shiny gold coins instead? Plus, a little doubt never hurt anyone, right? Let's roll the dice and see where this cursed journey takes us. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to continue? We're on a roll here. Let's keep the momentum going. Ugh, this serpent event is giving me the heebie-jeebies. I'm out of here. No way I'm dealing with a sneaky snake right now. Let's go take on the elite. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. I'm gonna thunderclap all enemies to make them vulnerable and deal more damage overall. Just gonna finish off the Lagavulin with a strike card since it only has 1 HP left. Oh man, double tap is such a fun card to play with. Imagine doubling your strongest attack. That's some serious damage potential right there. Let's go for it. Hey, we're not looking too hot with only 84 out of 90 HP. Let's take a breather and rest to heal up 30% of our max HP. Can't slay the spire if we're slaying ourselves, right? Let's hit up that question mark node. Who knows, maybe we'll find some sweet loot or a cool event to spice things up. Let's pray and remove a card from our deck. Who needs extra baggage when climbing the spire? Time to streamline our deck for maximum efficiency. I'm out of here. Ain't nobody got time for this purifier event. Let's get back to slaying some spires. Let's take on the monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show off my skills in battle. Gonna double up on my next attack to smack that cultist real hard. Thunderclap is a solid choice here since it hits all enemies and weakens them with vulnerable, setting me up for better damage in the future. I'm going to play the strike card to chip away at the cultist's health and hopefully take it down soon. This cultist needs to go down fast, so I'm going to hit it hard with Bash to make it more vulnerable and take more damage. Thunderclap is a great AoE card that will help me deal more damage to all enemies, especially the cultist. Hey, Clash is a cool card. It can deal a whopping 14 damage for free if all my other cards are attacks. Let's add some spice to the deck with this one. Hey, we're not looking too hot with our HP at half, so let's take a chill pill and rest up to heal 30% of our max HP. We gotta stay alive to slay those spires, right? Let's take on the monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. Playing defend to block some damage. Gotta keep myself alive. Let's smack that looter with a strike to weaken it a bit. Gonna smack that looter with bash to make it easier to take down. Drawing cards is always a good idea to have more options for the next turn, so I'm going with Battle Trance. Let's thunderclap them all to make them more vulnerable and take more damage from our attacks. Drawing cards is always good. More options, more chances to win. I'm gonna go for the strike card to chip away at the monster's health. Let's spice things up with some chaos. Playing the top card of the draw pile could lead to some unexpected combos. Plus, it only costs 1 energy, so why not? Oh man, we're so close to full health. Might as well take a quick nap and heal up 30% of our max HP. Can't go wrong with a little rest and relaxation, right? I'm doubling down on my next attack to deal massive damage to the slaver. I'm gonna play Battle Trance to dig for some better cards. Maybe I can find a good attack to finish off the slaver. This slaver is getting on my nerves, so I'm just gonna smack it with a strike. Let's smack that slaver with a good old strike to chip away at its health. Thunderclap is a great card to play here since it will damage all enemies and make them more vulnerable to my attacks. Gonna play the strike card to whittle down the slaver's health a bit. I'm gonna take a chance with Havoc and see what card I get to play. I'm going to double up on my next attack to really lay the hurt on that slaver. I'm going to use Bash on the slaver to hit hard and make it more vulnerable for future attacks. Hey, this card is like a warm hug and a bonus card draw. Definitely gonna need that extra block and card advantage. Oh man, we are so close to full HP. Let's just take a chill pill and rest up. We'll be back to kicking butt in no time. I'm going to smack the Hexaghost with a strike to chip away at its health. I'm just going to smack the Hexaghost with a strike to wear it down a bit more. Playing this card will help me increase my defense and block the incoming damage from the Hexaghost. This card gives me some much-needed defense and a chance to draw into more options for my next turn, so I'm going to play it. I'm going to bash the Hexaghost to deal more damage and apply Vulnerable. Drawing cards is always a good idea. More options, more chances to find the right cards. Let's smack all the enemies with Thunderclap to make them more vulnerable and take more damage. Just gonna keep chipping away at the Hexaghost's health with the strike card. This Hexaghost is tough, but I gotta keep hitting it with everything I've got to take it down. This is a solid choice because it not only deals damage, but also sets up the Hexaghost to take more damage in the following turns. Just gonna throw a couple of strikes at the Hexaghost to wear it down a bit more. I'm going to play Shrug It Off to block some damage and hopefully draw into something good. Playing the strike card to deal damage to the Hexaghost. This is a no-brainer, gotta keep chipping away at that big bad boss. Let's smack the Hexaghost with a strike to start wearing it down. I'm going to smack the Hexaghost with Bash to deal some serious damage and make it more vulnerable to my attacks. I'm going to play Shrug It Off to beef up my defenses and hopefully draw into some more useful cards for the next turn. Thunderclap is a solid choice here since it hits all enemies and makes them vulnerable, setting me up for more damage later on. Drawing cards is always a good move, gives me more options to work with. Playing the strike card to deal damage to the Hexaghost and whittle down its health. Gotta start chipping away at the Hexaghost's health. I'm gonna take a chance with Havoc and hope for a powerful card to help me deal with the Hexaghost. I'm going to play double tap on myself so I can hit the Hexaghost hard with my next attack. This card will give me some much-needed defense and help me draw into more options for my next turn. Gonna play Battle Trance to dig for a stronger attack card and hopefully finish off the Hexaghost. Thunderclap is a solid choice here since it not only deals damage but also applies vulnerable to all enemies, setting them up for more damage in the future. Let's go for some chit-chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give me some good luck for my next run. Plus, who doesn't love a good gossip session with a mystical being? Who needs a starting relic when you can get a random boss relic instead? Let's spice things up and take the risk. Let's add some thunder to this deck. Thunderclap deals damage to all enemies and makes them vulnerable. It's like a party starter for battles. Let's take on the first monster node and show them who's boss. Time to flex those card-playing muscles. This cultist is a pain, so I'm going to hit it hard with the Strike Plus to bring it down faster. This cultist is annoying me with its health, so I'm going to smack it with a strike card. Let's hit all enemies with Thunderclap to make them more vulnerable and soften them up for the next round of attacks. Just gonna keep chipping away at the cultist's health with this strike card. Taking out the cultist with a quick strike to avoid taking any more damage. Strike Plus is the best choice here to finish off the cultist quickly and efficiently. Oh man, drawing 3 cards for free? That's like hitting the jackpot, definitely picking Battle Trance to keep the card draw going. This Jawworm is annoying me, so I'm gonna smack it with a strike. Drawing cards is always a good idea, gives me more options to work with. This Jawworm is annoying me with its high health, so I'm gonna smack it with a bash and make it more vulnerable for my next attacks. This Jawworm is annoying me with its vulnerable status, so I'm just going to keep smacking it with strikes until it goes down. Let's add some extra punch to our deck with Pummel. It deals 2 damage 4 times. That's some serious damage potential right there. Let's go for the question mark node. Who knows, maybe we'll find some cool treasure or a helpful event. Gotta use Bash on the bigger slime to take it down quicker with the vulnerable debuff. Thunderclap is a great AoE card that will weaken all enemies, making them take more damage. It's a solid choice for setting up future turns. This acid slime is on its last legs, so I'm going to finish it off with a good old strike. Gonna hit that slime with a flurry of punches to wear it down quickly. Drawing cards is always a good move. Gotta find that big damage card. Let's smack that slime with a bash to make it more vulnerable and hit it harder next turn. Oh man, Body Slam is such a cool card. You can deal damage equal to your block, so the more block you have, the more damage you can dish out. It's like turning your defense into offense. Love it. I'm gonna slam that louse with my Body Slam since it's the weakest one, and I have a good amount of block to deal some serious damage. I'm gonna go for the Strike Plus on the weakest louse to try and knock it out fast. This is an easy decision. I'm just going to use the strike card to finish off that weak louse and move on to the next target. Thunderclap is a great AoE card that weakens all enemies, making it easier to take them down. Gonna go all out on the second louse with the Pummel card to break through its block and deal some significant damage. This louse needs to go down fast, so I'm going to hit it hard with Bash and make it vulnerable for even more damage next turn. Oh man, Pommel Strike is a solid choice here. It deals damage and lets me draw a card, which is always handy for keeping the momentum going in battles. This is a solid move because dealing damage and applying vulnerable will help me take down the looter faster. Let's smack that monster with a good old strike to chip away at its health. Drawing cards is always good, gives me more options to work with. Drawing cards is always good, and I need to deal damage to the looter, so this seems like a solid choice. I'm going to play the defend card to block some of the looter's damage and stay alive longer. This pummel card is going to hit the looter multiple times, so I can take it out fast and avoid taking more damage. Oh man, this card is like a double-edged sword. You lose 1 HP at the start of your turn, but you get to draw a card. It's risky, but it can help cycle through your deck faster. Let's add some spice to this run. Let's take a break at the rest node because my HP is looking a bit sad. Plus, who doesn't love a good nap in the middle of a dungeon crawl? I need to take down that gremlin knob as quickly as possible, so I'm going to hit it with my Strike Plus card. Drawing cards is always a good idea to have more options and hopefully find a better card to deal with the current situation. Drawing a card and dealing damage to the gremlin knob. I'm going to smack the gremlin knob with Body Slam since I've got a good amount of block built up and can deal some solid damage. Let's chat with Neo because who knows, maybe she'll give us some sweet rewards or a cool relic. Plus, I'm always up for some gossip during a break from slaying spire monsters. Oh man, enemies with 1 HP? That's like playing on easy mode. I'll breeze through those combats like a pro gamer. I'm out of here. Neo events always give me the creeps. Let's get back to climbing the spire and kicking some butt. Let's take on the first monster node and show them who's boss. Gotta take down that first louse quickly with Bash's extra damage and vulnerable. Just gonna finish off that pesky louse with a quick strike. Oh man, seeing red is like a shot of espresso for my deck. Gotta have that extra energy boost to keep the momentum going. Let's go for the rummage option and get that special relic. Sure, we might become cursed with pain, but hey, who doesn't love a little challenge, right? Bring it on, Ominous Forge. I'm out of here. Ain't nobody got time for ominous forges and their spooky vibes. Let's find some more exciting events to tackle. Hi, Jaka CCC, how are you doing today? Just gonna play defend to block any potential damage and finish off the enemy next turn. I'm just gonna finish off that cultist with the Strike Plus card since it's the most efficient way to take out the enemy. Oh man, doubling my block with Entrench sounds like a solid defensive move, plus it only costs 2 energy, so I'm definitely picking this up. Let's hit up that question mark node, maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. Plus, who doesn't love a little mystery in their life, right? Who needs HP when you can have gold, am I right? Let's gather that gold and live life on the edge. I'm outta here. Ain't nobody got time for goop events. Let's get back to slaying some spires. Let's go for the question mark node. Who knows what kind of cool stuff we might find there? Maybe a new card or some sweet relics. I'm not falling for that trap. I may be a risk taker and slay the spire, but I'm not that reckless. I'll leave the golden idol event for now and play it safe. I'm outta here. Ain't nobody got time for that golden idol drama. Let's keep it moving and slay some more spires. Hey, we're not looking too hot with only 69 HP out of 80. Let's take a chill pill and rest to heal up 30% of our max HP. We gotta keep our energy up for more epic battles ahead. Let's take on the elite. I'm feeling lucky and ready to show them who's boss. I'm going to finish off the weak sentry with the strike card. I'm just going to smack that sentry with the strike card and take it out in one hit. I'm just going to use the Strike Plus card to finish off that weak sentry and move on to the next round. Hey, check out this card. You can choose any attack or power card and get a copy of it in your hand. Double the fun, double the damage. Let's add some versatility to our deck with this bad boy. This Bash Plus card is going to pack a punch and make the Acid Slime regret crossing paths with me. I think playing dual wield will give me more options for the next turn, which is crucial for surviving this combat. I'm going to take out the Spike Slime S with the Strike Plus card to reduce the number of enemies attacking me next turn. Let's smack that acid slime M with a strike to chip away at its health and bring it closer to defeat. Playing the defend card to gain block is the safest option right now to mitigate the damage from the monsters. This slime is almost down, so I'm just going to finish it off with a good old strike. Let's smack that acid slime with a strike to start wearing it down. I need more energy to play all the cards in my hand, so I'm going with Seeing Red to get that boost. Hey, free block whenever I play an attack? Sign me up. This will help me stay alive longer in battles. Let's grab that treasure. Maybe there's a shiny new relic waiting for us. Woohoo! I'm gonna play Seeing Red to get that sweet energy boost and unleash more attacks on these fungi beasts. Let's smack that fungi beast with a good old strike card to bring it down a notch. Let's finish off the low HP fungi beast with a strike. I'm going to play this card to block some incoming damage and stay safe. This fungi beast is almost down for the count, so I'm going to finish it off with a strike. Playing the defend card to block some damage coming my way. This card can give me more options for my next turns by adding 2 copies of an attack or power card into my hand. I'm going to use Dual Wield Plus to make more copies of my high damage cards and overwhelm the fungi beast with multiple strong attacks. I'm going to smack that fungi beast with Bash to make it more vulnerable and deal some serious damage. I need to beef up my defenses, so doubling my block with Entrench Plus seems like the smart move right now. This fungi beast is annoying me with its powers, so I'm just going to smack it with a strike to get rid of it. I'm feeling a bit sassy today, so let's add some weakness to our enemies with Clothesline, plus it deals a decent amount of damage. Oh man, I love a good deck cleanse. Let's get rid of some dead weight and make room for better cards. Purify it is. I'm out of here. The cleric event seems boring. I'd rather get back to slaying monsters in Slay the Spire. Let's go for the question mark node. Maybe we'll find some cool treasure or a helpful event. Let's pray and remove a card from our deck. Who needs HP anyway when you can have a lean, mean deck machine? Let's keep the party going and hit that continue button. We're on a roll, and ain't no wing statue gonna slow us down. I'm out of here. Ain't nobody got time for this wing statue event. Let's keep moving and slay some monsters instead. Hey, we're kind of low on HP right now, so let's just take a chill pill and rest up to heal 30% of our max HP. Can't slay the spire if we're slaying ourselves, am I right? I need to play Bash to weaken Lagavulin and deal some serious damage. Playing the Strike card to deal damage to Lagavulin. Gotta keep chipping away at Lagavulin's health before it gets too strong. I need to block some incoming damage, so playing the defend card is the best move right now. Clothesline is a solid choice here, dealing good damage and weakening the enemy for their next turn. I'm going to copy that Strike Plus card and double my damage output next turn. This is a no-brainer. I'm going for the big damage to take down Lagavulin quickly. This card gives me more energy to work with, so I can play more cards and hopefully deal more damage to the monster. I need to play it safe and build up my defense to mitigate the incoming damage. This is a solid choice to weaken the monster and reduce the damage I take. I'm gonna duplicate my Strike Plus card so I can deal even more damage to Lagavulin next turn. This is a solid play to increase my damage output and make the most out of the vulnerable debuff on the Lagavulin. Just keep smacking the Lagavulin with the Strike Plus card to whittle down its health. I'm gonna play the Defend card to block some of Lagavulin's incoming damage and stay alive longer in this fight. Oh man, Armaments is such a versatile card. It gives me some block and upgrades a card in my hand. Can't go wrong with that. Oh man, we're kind of beat up right now. Let's take a chill pill and rest to heal up 30% of our max HP. We gotta be in tip-top shape to slay those spire baddies. This is a solid choice as it will provide me with immediate defense and enhance the effectiveness of all my cards moving forward in this battle. Gonna smack the slime boss with Bash Plus to hit hard and make it more vulnerable for future attacks. I'm going to play the Defend Plus card to make sure I don't take too much damage this turn. Gotta keep chipping away at that slime boss's health, so I'll play the Strike Plus card for some damage. This card will give me the energy boost I need to play more cards and hopefully deal more damage to the slime boss. I'm gonna go for the strike card to chip away at the slime boss's health and hopefully take it down soon. Let's smack the slime boss with Clothesline to make it easier to handle its attacks. This is a great opportunity to potentially double up on a strong card and deal massive damage next turn. Playing Rage Plus to gain block as I play attack cards this turn. This is a no-brainer. Gotta block that incoming damage. Playing Defend Plus to block some incoming damage and stay alive a bit longer. I'm gonna play the Slimed card because it's a low-cost card that will exhaust, helping me get to my stronger cards quicker. I'm gonna duplicate my Strike Plus card so I can deal double the damage to the slime boss next turn. I'm gonna smack the slime boss with a big hit to bring its health down faster. I think playing the Defend card is the safest option right now to minimize the damage I take from the slime boss. I'm gonna smack that big slime with Clothesline to weaken its attacks and deal some good damage at the same time. This card upgrades all cards in my hand for the rest of the combat, providing a long-term benefit. This Bash Plus card is going to hit the Spike Slime hard and make it more vulnerable to my attacks, so I can take it down faster. I'm gonna smack the acid slime with clothesline to weaken its attacks and chip away at its health. Playing Rage Plus to gain 5 block whenever I play an attack this turn. Playing Defend Plus to block some damage, gotta keep myself alive. This card is a game changer, allowing me to double up on a powerful card in my hand. Gonna take out the acid slime first since it has the most HP, and getting rid of it quickly will make the fight easier. This acid slime, L, is annoying me with its weakened power, so I'm just gonna smack it with a big hit and get rid of it. Gotta get rid of that big slime first, so I'm throwing my strongest attack at it. Let's go for some chit-chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some good vibes, or a sweet relic. Who knows, right? Who needs a starting relic when you can get a random boss relic instead? Let's spice things up and take the risk for some epic loot. I'm out of here like a ninja. Neo event. More like Neo way. Time to slay some spire monsters instead of hanging around here. Let's go take on that monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. Let's smack that acid slime with a strike to chip away at its health. Gonna take out the weaker slime first to reduce incoming damage. This slime is almost down, so I'm gonna finish it off with a strike. This is a no-brainer. Gotta defend myself to survive. This acid slime is annoying me with its next turn damage, so I'm gonna hit it hard with Bash and make it more vulnerable for future attacks. Gonna smack that acid slime with a strike to lower its HP. This acid slime is annoying me with its damage, so I'm gonna smack it with a big hit to make it regret attacking me. let's add some spice to the deck with Wild Strike. It deals a good amount of damage, plus shuffling a wound in my deck keeps things interesting. I'm feeling lucky today, so I'll leave the Golden Idol event and avoid triggering any traps. Who needs more gold when you've got skills like mine, right? I don't need that Golden Idol messing up my deck with curses and whatnot. I'm out of here. Let's hit up that question mark node. Maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. Oh man, I love relics. Even if it means getting cursed with regret, I can handle a little regret for some sweet loot. Let's open that box and see what we get. I'm out of here. Big fish event? More like big yawn event. Time to find some more exciting battles and slay the spire. Let's smack that jawworm with a strike to get the ball rolling on this fight. This jawworm is annoying me with its next turn damage, so I'm just gonna smack it with a strike to make it regret messing with me. This jawworm is annoying me, so I'm just gonna smack it with a strike. Playing the defend card to gain some block and reduce the damage from the jawworm's attack. I'm going to smack that jawworm with bash to make it easier to take down in the next few turns. Let's smack that jawworm with a strike to start wearing it down. This is a no-brainer. Gotta protect myself from that incoming damage. This jawworm is annoying me with its block, so I'm just going to smack it with a big hit and hope for the best. Let's spice things up with some chaos. Playing the top card of my draw pile could lead to some crazy combos. Plus, it only costs 1 energy, so why not? Let's hit up the shop and see if they have any cool relics or cards to help us on our journey. Plus, I could use a little shopping spree with all this gold. Let's grab armaments. It not only gives us some block, but also upgrades a card in our hand for the rest of combat. Upgraded cards are always a good thing to have in our deck. Let's go with Headbutt. It deals a solid 9 damage and lets us put a card from our discard pile on top of our draw pile. It's like giving our deck a little shuffle and bringing back a card we really need. Plus, who doesn't love a good headbutt in a fight? Let's grab True Grit. It gives us some much-needed block and helps us thin out our deck by exhausting a random card. Plus, it's only 1 gold. What a steal. Hey, we're not looking too hot with only 67 out of 80 HP. Let's take a chill pill and rest to heal up 30% of our max HP. Can't slay the spire if we're slaying ourselves, am I right? Let's take on the elite. I'm feeling lucky and ready to show them who's boss. Let's smack that sentry with Headbutt and bring back a useful card from the discard pile. Going for the monster with the lowest HP to take it out quickly and reduce the overall damage I'll take. I'm going to use the strike card on the weakest sentry to quickly reduce the number of enemies on the field. Playing defend to block some damage. Gotta keep myself alive. I'm going to use Wild Strike on the second sentry to knock it down a notch and make the fight easier. I'm going to play this card because it's the best option. I'm going to play this card because it's the best option. I'm going to play True Grit to gain some block and hopefully exhaust a less useful card in my hand. Playing Defend Plus to block some damage and stay alive a bit longer. I'm just going to smack the weakest enemy with this strike card to make sure I don't take too much damage next turn. This monster is a bit tougher, so I'm going to hit it hard with Bash to make it easier to take down next turn. Playing defend to block some damage and stay alive a bit longer. I'm gonna finish off that low HP sentry with a strike so I can focus on the other monsters next turn. Let's smack the first sentry with Headbutt and bring back a useful card from the discard pile to use again. Playing defend to block some damage, gotta stay alive to fight another day. I'm gonna play True Grit to gain some block and hopefully get rid of a less useful card in my hand. This is a no-brainer. Gotta protect myself from that incoming damage. I'm going to play this card because it's the best option. Playing the Defend card to gain 5 block and reduce the damage taken from the sentry. I'm going to take out the sentry with this strike card, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Boom! This card is like setting off fireworks in a crowded room. It's going to cause chaos, but it's going to be so much fun. Plus, it deals massive damage to all enemies, so why not add a little burn to the mix? Oh man, we are pretty beat up right now. Let's take a breather and rest to heal 30% of our max HP. We need all the HP we can get to survive the next battles. Let's go fight that monster. I need the thrill of battle to get my blood pumping and show off my skills to my viewers. Plus, I could use some more gold to buy some cool new cards later on. Bring it on. I'm gonna smack the cultist with headbutt, get some damage in, and maybe bring back a useful card from the discard pile. Let's smack the cultist with a bash to make it easier to take down next turn. Gotta start dealing damage to that cultist. Can't let it build up too much. This cultist is getting on my nerves, so I'm gonna smack it with a wild strike and shuffle a wound into my deck for later annoyance. Alright, power through is a solid choice here. It gives us some extra block and adds some wounds to our hand for future synergies. Plus, we need more defense in this deck. Hey, we're not looking too hot with only 47 HP out of 80. Let's take a chill pill and rest to heal 30% of our max HP. We need all the strength we can get to slay those spires. I'm gonna play power through to get some solid defense up before the looter's next attack. This is going to be a big hit to all enemies, hopefully taking them out or at least weakening them significantly. I'm gonna smack the looter with headbutt and bring back a useful card from my discard pile. Wild Strike is a solid choice here since it deals good damage and can help me quickly defeat the looter without taking too much damage in return. Gonna smack that looter with a bash to make it easier to take down next turn. Oh man, Headbutt is such a cool card. Not only does it deal damage, but it also lets me put a card from my discard pile back on top of my draw pile. Talk about recycling. I'm going to use Immolate to nuke all enemies at once, and hopefully take down the Spike Slime, L, with it. Gotta start dealing damage to that slime. Can't let it split into more enemies. I'm gonna play Armaments to beef up my defenses and make my other cards stronger for the rest of this fight. This card will help me block some incoming damage and potentially get rid of a less useful card in my hand. Gonna take out the weaker Spike Slime first with the Strike Plus card to reduce the overall damage. I'll take next turn. Gonna smack that big slime with Bash to make it easier to take down. Let's smack that little slime with a Strike to bring it closer to defeat. Playing Defend to block some damage, gotta keep myself alive to take down these slimes. I think playing Power Through is the best move here because I really need that extra block to survive the incoming damage. This is a no-brainer. I can take out the weak slime and set up my next draw all in one move. This card could give me a strong card to use and help me deal more damage to the Spike Slime. I'm going to use Immolate to blast that Spike Slime and hopefully finish it off in one go. Hey, losing a bit of HP is totally worth it for that sweet extra energy boost. Let's go for bloodletting. Oh man, this card is going to be so OP with all my strike cards in the deck. It's going to deal massive damage. I can't wait to see the enemies melt away. Hey, we're not looking so hot with only 58 out of 80 HP. Let's take a chill pill and rest up to heal 30% of our max HP. We gotta make sure we're in tip-top shape to tackle whatever comes our way in this crazy spire. Ooh, this power is perfect for my debuff-heavy strategy. Whenever I apply a debuff, the enemy takes extra damage. It's like adding insult to injury. Love it. Whoa, Bludgeon is a heavy hitter. 32 damage for 3 energy? Yes, please. Let's add some big damage to our deck. I'm gonna smack the Guardian with Headbutt to chip away at its health and bring back a useful card from my discard pile. I'm gonna play Armaments to beef up my defenses and make my other cards stronger for the rest of this fight. I'm gonna play Bludgeon to deal a massive 32 damage to the Guardian and try to push it into its defensive mode. Perfected Strike Plus is the best choice for dealing damage and taking out the enemy efficiently. This power is going to help me chip away at the Guardian's health while I focus on building up my defenses. This card will give me a good amount of block and set me up for a strong defense against the enemy's next attack. Immolate is a big AoE damage card, gonna wipe out those enemies in one shot. I'm going to use this strike card on the Guardian to chip away at its health and hopefully take it down faster. Gotta play the strike card to whittle down the Guardian's health and hopefully finish it off soon. True Grit is a solid choice here since it gives me some much-needed defense and can potentially get rid of a less useful card in my hand. playing it safe with some defense to block the incoming damage. Playing defend to block some damage. Gotta keep myself alive to take down this boss. Let's smack the monster with Bash to deal some good damage and make it more vulnerable for future attacks. This is a no-brainer. I'm going to smack the Guardian with a strike since it's vulnerable and will take extra damage. Gonna smack the Guardian with Headbutt to trigger its mode shift and set up for a strong next turn. Upgrading a card for free and gaining some extra defense sounds like a solid move to set myself up for the next few turns. I'm going to start with Perfected Strike Plus to deal some good damage and take advantage of my other strike cards in hand. This card will help me gain some extra defense while also setting up for potential combos with my other cards. I need to beef up my defenses before the Guardian's next turn, so playing defend is the way to go. Using Strike to deal damage to the Guardian and start whittling down its health. This card is a great AoE damage dealer and will help me clear out the enemy's minions quickly. I'm going to smack the Guardian with Headbutt and bring back a useful card from my discard pile. Playing True Grit to gain block and exhaust a random card in my hand. Gotta keep chipping away at the Guardian's health with that strike card. This is a no-brainer. I need that extra block, and the wounds don't matter right now. Oh man, Juggernaut is like having a little buddy that keeps smacking enemies whenever you gain block. It's like having your own personal bodyguard, so I'm definitely picking this one. Sozu is like, hey, you want more energy every turn? Sure, but say goodbye to potions. You don't need them anyway. It's a tough choice, but I'm feeling adventurous today, so let's go for it. Let's take on the first monster node because I'm feeling pumped up and ready to crush some enemies. Plus, I could use the extra gold and loot. I'm gonna smack the weakest enemy with Perfected Strike to take it out quickly. Upgrading a card and gaining block is always a good move, especially when facing multiple enemies. Wild Strike is a good option to quickly take down a bird enemy before they can attack. I'm gonna play Bloodletting Plus to get that sweet energy boost even though it costs me some HP. Let's smack the weakest bird with a headbutt, deal some damage, and set up for a strong next turn. Playing the Defend card to gain 5 block and protect myself from damage. I need to play the Defend card to block some damage and stay alive a bit longer. This is going to be a big hit to all enemies, hopefully taking out the weaker ones and setting me up for an easier time in the next turns. Playing Juggernaut for some extra damage potential. Gonna smack that bird with a strike to chip away at its health. Let's smack that bird with the headbutt card and set up for a powerful next turn. This bird is going down fast with a big hit and some vulnerability added on top. Taking out the weaker bird with the strike card to reduce the number of enemies attacking me next turn. Playing True Grit to gain block and exhaust a random card. Let's finish off the bird with the headbutt card and set up my next draw with a card from the discard pile. Playing True Grit for some extra defense and to potentially get rid of a less useful card in my hand. Oh man, Pommel Strike is a solid choice here. It deals damage and lets me draw a card, which is always handy. Let's add it to the deck. This card provides me with block and helps me thin out my hand. I'm going to smack the Chosen with Headbutt to deal some damage and set up my next draw. I'm going to play Perfected Strike to smack the monster with a big hit, since I have a bunch of strike cards in my deck. This card is a solid defensive play, giving me a good amount of block while also setting me up for potential future synergies with wound cards. Need more energy to play more cards, so let's lose a bit of HP for that sweet, sweet energy boost. This Chosen is annoying me with its high health, so I'm just going to keep smacking it with strikes until it goes down. This seems like a solid choice to start putting pressure on the Chosen while also cycling through my deck for more options. I'm going to beef up my defenses and make my cards stronger for the long haul. Playing this defend card will help me block some damage and keep my HP high, which is always a good idea in Slay the Spire. This monster is annoying me with its high health, so I'm just going to nuke it with Immolate and move on. This is a good play to deal damage and set up for future turns. I'm going to play Juggernaut to get some extra damage on the Chosen while I build up my block. This Chosen monster is almost down for the count, so I'm going to finish it off with a big hit from Wild Strike. Oh man, Warcry is awesome for cycling through my deck and setting up my draws. Plus, I can put a card I don't need right now on top of my draw pile. Let's grab this for some sweet card draw action. This seems like a solid choice to start wearing down the Centurion, while also giving me a chance to draw into more useful cards for the next turn. This card is a lifesaver when facing multiple enemies. Just gonna blast them all with fire. I'm going to play True Grit to get some block and hopefully get rid of a card I don't really need right now. Let's smack the big guy with a strike to start wearing him down. I'm going to use Perfected Strike on the Centurion because it's got more HP and I can deal extra damage with all my strike cards. I need more energy to play my other cards, so I'm going to lose 3 HP to gain that extra boost. I'm just going to play Defend to block some damage. Simple as that. This card helps me set up my next turn by drawing a card and putting one on top of my draw pile. I'm going to smack the Centurion with Headbutt to deal some damage and set up my next draw with a card from the discard pile. I'm going to play the Defend card to block some damage and stay alive a bit longer. This is a no-brainer. I'm going for the big damage and vulnerable on the Mystic to take it down faster. I'm gonna play Havoc and hope for a high-cost card to deal some serious damage to these monsters. This card will help me survive the incoming damage and set me up for future synergies. This is a no-brainer. Gotta take out the weak one first. I'm gonna play Armaments to beef up my defenses and make my other cards stronger for the rest of this fight. This is a no-brainer. I'm gonna smack that Centurion with Headbutt Plus and bring it closer to defeat. Playing the Defend card to gain some block and reduce the damage I take. I'm gonna play Power Through to get some block and not worry about the wounds. Gotta survive this fight. I want to play Strike to deal 6 damage to the Centurion and try to take it down quickly. I'm gonna play True Grit to block some damage and hopefully get rid of a card I don't need right now. Drawing a card is always good, and I need to start chipping away at the Mystic's health. Whoa! This card is a beast! It deals massive damage and scales with strength. Definitely adding this to my deck for some heavy-hitting action. Let's dive into the world of knowledge and pick a card to add to our deck. Who knows, maybe we'll find a hidden gem in this library event. I'm outta here. Ain't nobody got time for reading books when there's slaying to be done in Slay the Spire. Let's go for the search option. Who knows, maybe we'll find some super cool potions to help us slay those spire baddies. Plus, who doesn't love a good treasure hunt? Am I right? Oh boy, we are really low on HP. Let's take a nap and heal up 30% of our max HP. We need all the energy we can get to climb this spire. Let's take on the monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to crush some enemies. Let's hit the shelled parasite hard and set up for a strong next turn. This is a strong play to deal damage and set up for future turns by cycling a card back into my draw pile. I think playing True Grit is the best move right now because I need to block some incoming damage, and getting rid of a random card in my hand might help me draw better cards next turn. Gonna smack that shelled parasite with a strike to start wearing down its health. Need more energy to play all these cards, so I'm gonna lose a bit of HP to gain that extra energy. This is a solid defensive play that will help me survive the next turn without taking too much damage. Let's smack the shelled parasite with Headbutt and get a useful card back in my draw pile. Gonna smack that shelled parasite with Bash to deal some damage and make it more vulnerable for my next attacks. Drawing cards is always good, and setting up my draw pile can give me better options in the future. This is a no-brainer. Gotta take out the weakling Fungibeast before it causes more trouble. Playing Defend to block some damage, gotta stay alive to keep climbing. Upgrading a card for free while gaining some block seems like a solid move to strengthen my deck for the long run. I'm gonna go for the Strike Plus on the Shelled Parasite to try and take it out quickly and reduce the incoming damage. Let's add some more damage to the deck with Wild Strike. Plus, shuffling a wound into the draw pile can be a fun challenge to work around. This is gonna hurt, but I need to take down that Book of Stabbing as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna slam it with Heavy Blade Plus. Immolate is a great AoE card that can help me clear out the enemies quickly and efficiently. Bloodletting gives me the energy boost I need to play more cards this turn, and hopefully set up a strong defense or deal more damage to the Book of Stabbing.